Was that easy to get in designed? No. Because every time I tried to submit it to the store, and they would reject it. And I'm like, okay, why are they rejecting it? And then I looked. The reason they rejected the apps was I hadn't cut the app's icon and splash screen / background down to size properly. So further down the line, I managed to get this all sorted. Now, again, you've got to make sure you've got a developer platform membership. For iOS, it's a yearly fee, and for Android, it's a one-time fee. And I've got these, and finally, I think it was 2015 I managed to do this. Finally, I managed to get my first ever app in the store. And I tell you something, till that day, I think I built on my confidence with building apps. Not just that, though, I kind of fell into certain traps. Sometimes I still do, but it's all a learning experience at the end of the day. And one more thing I want to talk about, and I haven't talked about much, I don't think I've talked about it at all, is how is my voice getting through to you right now? I will tell you in just a couple of seconds. Keep it locked for more music. Oh, and one more thing. I think this show has actually flown by. Here's Blue and Flyby. Blue and Flyby on the Mega Radio UK 10th birthday. And one more thing I wanted to tell you is that I've been using a very good piece of broadcasting software. Now, it's called OtsAV DJ. Well, they changed the name from OtsDuke, and they changed it to OtsAV because there was many versions brought out by them. There was the party version, the DJ version, the TV version, and the radio version. And I'm actually using the DJ version of AV, and it's been a good program to use. Over the years, it has had its issues, but I've overcome them now, and I'm still using it till this day. So I also use Shoutcast because I've got a Shoutcast server, but you can use Icecast. In fact, if you've got an internet connection, you can use Winamp. But if you've got a digital audio workstation, it's even better. One more song from me, and then I'll say goodbye. Here is Omi and Cheerleader. I think I'm going to play this because I'm giving myself a cheer. I'll tell you something, it's been absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for listening this evening and spending the last 10 years with me. It's been absolutely fantastic, and I couldn't finish the show. I know I started the show with it, but I cannot resist finishing with a good old sing-song. And I did have the track. Let me find it. Here we go. This is the track I was looking for. And oh wow, yes, what a show it's been. I'll tell you something. Oh, we don't want to do that. Here we go.
Whoa, whoa, yeah. Back in 2010, a station launched. The station name is Mega Radio UK. We were famous for the best mix of music, and now we're famous for your mega hit station. The station is on air 24/7 online and on the go, entertaining you with fun and laughter in a live show. You'll never want to go. Mega Radio UK is the place to be. You will never have to pay a fee. Mega Radio UK.
Wow, what a tune. And having said that, I wrote that myself. Yes, I did. In fact, it's a great track, and it really does give you the feel of the station. And one more thing, before I disappear, is I'm going to play our top of the hour once I have found it. Here we go. I have found it.
Your mega hit station, Mega Radio UK.
Okay, thank you very much for tuning in. It's been absolutely fantastic having your company this evening. I'll tell you something, I would love to do it again very soon. Please do leave a review on the page at Mega Radio UK and let me know what you thought of the celebrations. And as I say, thank you very much for joining me. Remember to download the app.
Your mega hit station, Mega Radio UK.
For Mega Radio UK. Bye for now.
This is Mega Radio UK, episode 3. Coming up on the show, I'll tell you all about how Mega Radio UK's videos and projects are created. All that and more next on the Mega Radio UK podcast. Mega Radio UK, my name's Liam. A very good evening to you. And if you've just tuned in for the first time, this is what we sound like. I have a very important question for you this evening. have you ever wondered how Mega Radio UK's videos and projects are created? Well, I'm about to tell you and let you into a little secret. I use a program called Adobe Creative Cloud. You're probably thinking, what is Creative Cloud? Well, if you kind of think about it in a way of Adobe's products and you had to buy them separately, you could now buy a subscription and basically have all the Creative Cloud tools under one roof. Like, for instance, in the Creative Cloud package, for instance, I use Premiere Pro, Adobe After Effects, Photoshop, and Audition, and the final one I use is Adobe Dreamweaver. Now, if you don't know what all these are, they're all software packages in all different areas of production. So if you wanted to do a bit of website coding, you go to Adobe Dreamweaver, and for instance, you would also go for video, you would go to Premiere Pro. And if you wanted to add sort of special effects on to your videos, you would also go to Adobe After Effects. You're saying, with this, it's all good in some ways, but ask yourself this: what if you are visually impaired like myself? How do we get around it with a screen reader? Well, I should answer this question because I have had experience with this. Now, when I say experience, Adobe need to adjust their packages slightly better. And when I say slightly better, I mean they need to kind of get through and obviously make the software they're building compatible with other software that is used for visual impairment people. Yes, you're asking yourself, why is a visual impairment person sort of using Adobe products? That's a good question. Well, I can actually answer that right now. The answer being, it's down to the individual person to get used to the real world, and it's some part of their interest, really. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to get at is, if there is a developer out there listening to the show, please can you give me your feedback as to how you would actually get around making your software work with the screen readers. Okay, now it's been a long process, but I think we've covered it there. But if you'd like to continue this conversation, you can contact me on Facebook, and the URL is facebook.com/Mega Radio UK. And before that, I was talking to you about my Creative Cloud and video editing. Now, I did ask the question to you, if you are a developer and you do video editing and you are visually impaired, okay, how do you get around using the Creative Cloud? Now, what I mean is, yes, I'm visually impaired, but I have got a love for video editing and audio. Plus, I also like to use Adobe After Effects. But the thing that I do find hard is navigating it with the software that I use for speech. Now, I know it's a bit of a lengthy one, like I said before, but I do need an answer from you. If you are a developer, I would love to hear from you this evening, because it is quite an important one. And me being so technical with video and sort of audio and that, I would prefer if you could contact me just to let me know if you've heard of anybody else in my situation. That's the question. So I would love to hear from you. Facebook.com/Mega Radio UK. Good evening, welcome along. This is Mega Radio UK. My name's Liam, and I'm hoping you're enjoying the tunes this evening as much as I am. And if you are a new listener, welcome along. Haha, yeah, it's always good to have a fresh content of listeners, I would say. And also, I've been talking about the Creative Cloud system from Adobe, and I was kind of thinking to myself, actually, how could Creative Cloud be better for the likes of a visually impaired person like myself? Well, obviously, there's going to be changes. They've just made a new version of Creative Cloud. They've updated it. Now, we all know with changes that it is always hard to get used to new pieces of software. So, I was thinking, if there was more people like myself out there who liked the Creative Cloud system and likes audio and video graphics and motion graphics, you could put a suggestion forward to me, and or you could probably give feedback straight to Adobe, as they rely on customer feedback these days. That's how improvements are made to systems. And yes, I know that the Creative Cloud system actually had you could buy one piece of software, and obviously it would be something like one piece of software for life, and you would have to repurchase it. And before Creative Cloud even existed, I know I had to keep going out buying pieces of new software for the updates for the likes of Audition. And yes, it wasn't easy, but it, at the same time, it was worth it. Yes, it was quite expensive, but again, that's the way they operate in making things better for you. As the Creative Cloud system, such is on a monthly subscription. And if anyone is interested in taking a look at the Creative Cloud subscription, head over to the Adobe website and you can actually trial their products. There are a whole range of products that are available. Say if you're a valued application developer, you can develop applications by downloading each package: website design, video, effects, and much, much more. And this is the final bit I'm going to be doing on this right now, because it's nearly time for me to finish. But just one more thought. If anyone has got any questions or ideas for me to take forward to Adobe, or if you feel you want to contact Adobe yourselves, you can leave me a comment via facebook.com/Mega Radio UK. This is Mega Radio UK, episode 2. Coming up in this episode, I'll tell you all about how Mega Radio UK first became broadcasting out of its studios back in 2010. That's all next on the Mega Radio UK podcast.
Mega Radio UK.
Hello, welcome along to the show. Mega Radio came with me, Liam. You may have heard at the beginning of this show, I was going to tell you all about my journey via Mega Radio UK and how it became broadcasting out of the studios back in 2010. It does seem a long time now, but it was a very good journey. In fact, I will give you that journey in a bit. Now, it's time to tell you the journey I took to get Mega Radio UK on the air. The first thing I did was had to get the name ready to publish. Now, you would have thought this was an easy task. Believe me, it was not, because I had many names in my mind and not one of them worked as I thought it would. But now, what I did then was had a little bit of a think, and then what I did was I came up with a great name, which is here today, which is Mega Radio UK. The next journey I took was to get the servers up and running and look around for the companies to use. And I went to one or two companies and I said to them, I'm looking to set up my own internet radio station and I need dedicated servers, which I did. Now, once I'd known what company to go with, I then got in touch with the licensing, because the radio station obviously needs to be licensed to play music. Hello, it's Mega Radio UK with me, Liam. Good afternoon. If you're a new listener, I really do hope you're enjoying the show so far, and welcome along. It's great to have you on board, as they say. Now, the second journey I took to get Mega Radio UK online, as it were, was I had to apply for licensing. Licensing, I hear you say? Why licensing? To run a radio station, you need 2 sets of licenses. Now, the licenses being to play popular music, you need to have one, and to play composer music, which you'll find out in a minute what I mean by composer music. It enables me to play sort of song jingles and things like that, and they call it a blanket license. So the blanket license allows you to play composer music, and I had to apply via the correct channels to get the licensing, and the application was done successfully. Yep. Otherwise, Mega Radio UK would not be here today. But it is a long process. You fill the application out online, as you know, and they send the licenses through, and then you have to sign a copy and send a copy back. And I did that. Now, once the licenses were all in place, what I then did, I went back to the companies and said, look, I'm looking into the servers now. I'm ready to get the servers. Can you supply me with them? Yes, I got the servers. And at this stage, the station was not 24 hours. That took a little bit more of time to set up, which I'll go into another time. But we got the servers, and what I then did was I had to sort out the website and sorting out the listener directories. That is what I'm going to be talking about next. You're listening to the best mix of music on Mega Radio UK. Good afternoon. This is the home of the best mix of music. And like I said earlier, if you are a new listener, it's great to have you with me, and I hope you can stay with me throughout the show. This is a journey on how Mega Radio UK got started. Now, one thing we did, what I did, I had to submit my radio station to many directories. Now, what directories are internet radio places for you to have your internet radio station, because without these, you wouldn't be able to get your listeners to tune in. Now, in order to get listeners, you need to submit your radio station to the directories. Now, some of them are free and some of them are paid. Now, when I say they're paid, they start off free, but you can pay to have a listed higher in the directory. Now, that's good, but it depends on the budget you have for your station. Now, for me, I didn't do this. I've kept mine completely free, and it's okay to keep them free, but like I say, the higher up the directory your station is, the more popular it becomes. Now, the next step that I took is coming up. That'll be talking about the jingles, how I managed to submit my orders for jingles and choose the jingles for my radio station. Good afternoon, it's Liam here. This next part of the show is going to be how I chose my jingles for my radio station. Now, if you don't know what a jingle is, I will just load one up. let's have a look and see what we got here. Here is one of my jingles.
The best mix of music, Mega Radio UK.
There we go. That is a jingle. And there are many ways to choose jingles. Now, what I would do also is I would go to a company and say, here is what I'm looking for. Now, there was many ways I did this because I couldn't get the right package for my jingles. So the easiest way for me, but it cost me quite a bit to do because I had jingles all over the place. Yeah. And when I say all over the place, what I mean is I went to each company and I just said, look, I'm looking for a package. Can you give me a package to work with? And I gave them what I wanted. And also I got some voice IDs as well, which you'll be hearing during the show. So have no fear. You'll be able to see as well what a voice ID is. Now, with the song jingles though, it does take a while, and there are companies out there that will do your jingles just like this one.
The best mix of music, Mega Radio UK.
At a budget. So whatever your budget is, don't worry, they will do it for you. Right. In fact, let me just have a look and see what we got coming up next. Right. We've talked about jingles and we talked about radio IDs and things like that. Radio directories as well. We've got the licensing, and I think the next thing we need to talk about is the website. Now, this next part of the show is going to be all about how I've set up the Mega Radio UK website. Now, what you can do, again, you can start off basic. And what I mean by basic is you could go to a company and then you could say, here's what I want. And again, you can get the website to be free, and then you can run a domain and pay for a plan if you want to, which is what I did for a little bit. And then I decided I wanted to upgrade the website plan. And what I then did was, after a time, the website got really slow and horrible. So then what I did was I asked a friend of mine to help me design a new website. And I went to the streaming company and said, look, can you supply me with a server? Which they did. So again, they're pretty cheap to suit your budget. And we worked together and managed to get the brand new website that is live today, and it's up and running. Managed to get it up and running. And also, what you can do is, if you're talented enough, you can build your own website. Just go to a company and they'll help you with server costs like that. Now, one thing I did come across, and it's most important to bear in mind, is you need a logo to go with that website. Now, some of the logos and templates I had, right, did not really fit. Now, some of them were pretty pixelated, and some of them, you know, did fit, but others, you know, didn't work. But anyway, if you want to carry this conversation on, why don't you tweet at Mega Radio UK on Twitter? I like the power of Twitter today. Yep. And we can talk right now. So that is almost it for the journey into the Mega Radio UK radio station, how it began. One more thing I would like to add is how you can get your own app, and that is coming up. And I'm coming up to the end of the show right now, and the final part I would like to talk about is the app. Now, yes, I didn't realise this until I found that the company that I did go with one of my servers, because the station is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, supplies apps for the radio station. So I said to myself, why not get a radio station app? So I went to the company and I said, can you please give me an idea on what an app would look like? And they said, yep. But the process, again, wasn't easy because the app had a lot of development needed to it. Yes. And when I say a lot, it takes a while to build an app. Now, first of all, I then had the Android app. Yep. Now, the Android app is live today, and you can go and have a look at the app at megaradiouk.com under Get Our App, and there's a video there to help you to install it. And once the app was created, it gave me an opportunity to get more listeners and traffic to my radio station. So once that was done, I tried to get the iPhone app online as well. Now, this one was a little bit more difficult because of the way it was built, but there were different procedures I needed to go through to get the app live. Yes, it took about a year or so before it went live. So that didn't really bother me, but once it was live, it in fact came on the scene at the back end of last year, the 25th of November to be precise. So that, yeah, you can imagine how long it took. Now, the development was okay, but it's just the way the procedures had to be done. So that is all I've got to say on the subject of Mega Radio UK, and you can download both of the apps for iPhone and Android from megaradiouk.com, and check out some of the videos as well, because it will help you install the app if you want to. Right, and that's all I've got time for today. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's been great having your company. Why don't you head over to megaradiouk.com and leave me a comment on the website, or facebook.com/megaradiouk.
Mega Radio UK.
This is Mega Radio UK, episode 5. In this episode, I'll be asking you, have you ever written a song? And I'll also be playing 2 versions of the Mega Radio UK song I wrote. So stand by. That's all next on the Mega Radio UK podcast.
Your mega hit station, Mega Radio UK.
Oh, what a great start to the show. Welcome along if you just joined me. Thank you very much for joining me, actually. It's great to have your company this evening. I'm here till 9 o'clock. So there's great things happening on the show this evening, including the brand new version of the Mega Radio UK song coming up in about moments. And the second half of the show is due to play the other version, and you'll tell the difference as well. Keep it locked right here.
Back in 2010, a station launched. The station name is Mega Radio UK. We were famous for the best mix of music, and now we're famous for your mega hit station. The station is on air 24/7 online and on the go, entertaining you with fun and laughter in a live show. You'll never want to go. Mega Radio UK is the place to be. You will never have to pay your fee. Mega Radio UK.
I'm going to ask you now, have you ever written a song in your life? And if so, what was it about? Okay? So just bear in mind that question. The question is, have you ever written a song, and what was it about? And how long did it take you to write that song? I will play the second version of the Mega Radio UK song before the end of the show, and you'll see a difference in variation, especially with the music bed. Oh, what an amazing tune. I tell you what, I've got more tunes like that coming up. JLS and A Bid Again. And before that, it was, of course, Tyre Cruise and Break Your Heart. And I've got to say a very good evening to David tonight. Yes, that's David. I believe he is tuned in this evening. So welcome along to the show, lad. Great to have you with me. And if you would like a song, just let me know what you want to hear. Keep it locked. It's Friday the 12th of April, and it's nearly 8:30. And what I thought I'd do is ask you a question. Have you ever written a song? And if you have, what's it been about? And how long did it take you? Because I wrote a song
last year, and believe me, it actually took me 2 weeks to write. So there we go.
Your mega hit station, Mega Radio UK.
Oh, fantastic. Benassi Brothers and Every Single Day right here on Mega Radio UK. I haven't played that in absolute ages because I just want to have a chance to play other tunes. But having said that, it is a brilliant tune. Like this one, this bed that I'm playing here. It's amazing. Oh yes, here we go. Back to the music.
Mega Radio UK.
That is an awesome tune. I tell you what, I've got more on the way. In fact, let's have a look what time it is. It's 15 minutes to the end of my show, so what I might do is keep the party going. Yep. If you want to download the app at any time, just go to megaradiouk.com and find out how you do
Mega
so.
hit station, Mega Radio UK.
That is all I've got time for. I've just got to do one more thing, and it's this.
Whoa, whoa, yeah. Back in 2010, a station launched. The station name is Mega Radio UK. We were famous for the best mix of music, and now we're famous for your mega hit station. The station is on air, 24/7 online and on the go. Entertaining you with fun and laughter in a live show. You'll never want to go. Mega Radio UK is the place to be. You will never have to pay a fee. Mega Radio UK.
Thank you very much for your company this evening. It's been great, and it's been great playing the Mega Radio UK song. 2 versions of that this week. Thank you very much for bearing with me with that. Stay tuned to the station as there's big news on the way very soon. Good night.
Mega Radio UK.
This is Mega Radio UK, episode 1. Coming up on tonight's show, I'll be asking you what is a top of the hour and how can it be used. You can find out more in around about 5 minutes time here on the Mega Radio UK podcast.
Mega Radio UK.
Your mega hit station, Mega Radio UK, with me, Liam. A very good evening and welcome along to the show. You may have heard me announce at the beginning with the top of the hour there. What is a top of the hour? That is the question I am asking you this evening. What do you think a top of the hour is used for? So, what I plan to do is take you through some of my ideas, and then I'll get your feedback as to what you think one is, because there are 3 types of top of the hour, and you'll probably hear coming over the airwaves tonight. You'll probably hear a lot of different versions of top of hours, but for now, let's get back to the music. So I've been asking you, what is a top of the hour? Now, the easiest way for me to put it is there are 3 types of top of hour, okay? You've got a top of the hour with a jingle that is sung and music bed and then sung. And then there is another couple of types, which I'll take you through. And in fact, what I'll do is I will play some of these, well, one of these types of top of the hour, because I think it'd be a great idea to do this so you get the idea. But I also would like to get your feedback as to what you think a top of the hour is, because it's a challenge for me just to explain what it is. And sometimes it's not that easy, but I think I can do this. But in the meantime, let's get back to more music. MegaRadioUK.com. The sounds of your mega hit station, Mega Radio UK, with me, Liam. And I have been asking you, what is a top of the hour? And the best way I can describe it to you is, if you think of a round donut, sugary donut, I'm not keen on them, but that's beside the point. Anyway, yeah, so if you think of a donut, you've got music part, you've got the sung part, for example, your mega hit station, Mega Radio UK, and then you've got the hole in the middle for when the presenter tells you what's going on the show, and then you're back to the singing. I'll tell you what would be a good idea is if I could show you an example of the top of hour. I've got a couple through the show, so I will show you different versions of the same, well, different versions of a top of hour. So here is one version.
Mega Radio UK. Your mega hit station, Mega Radio UK.
And there are two more versions, which I'll show you. If I can show you another version, I will probably will, but it depends if I've got time. But there are two more versions available, and just for you, my listener, I've got a brand new cut I would really like to play to you tonight. So please do stay tuned. You're listening to Mega Radio UK with me, Liam. A very good evening to you. And this is your mega hit station. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And you've just been listening to Morning Runner and Gone Up in Flames. I've been talking to you all about top of hours this evening, and I've been trying to explain what they are and how they can be used. Well, I've got a brand new cut, well, two brand new cuts I'd like to play to you, a long version and a short version of the same thing. What I'll do is I'll play a couple of tracks and then I will play them to you. But for now, let's get back to the music.
On air, online, and on your smartphone. This is your mega hit station.
Hit music!
Mega Radio UK.
I am talking about top of the hour jingles, and I showed you earlier, and I'll show you again if you want me to. Top of the hour I used at the start of my show. Okay, so just for a reminder, and I'm hoping this. No, it's not that one. I'm hoping I can get one quite quickly, and
let me see if I can grab one, because I'd really like to play some more top of the hour jingles for you this evening. And I also would like to get your feedback as to what you think a top of the hour jingle is. Okay? That's what I would like to know this evening. You can get in contact at Twitter, at Mega Radio UK, and tell me what you think a top of the hour is. Here's a sample of one that I'll be using at the end of my show tonight. So here we go.
Your mega hit station, Mega Radio UK. Your mega hit station, Mega Radio UK.
Okay, that's just an example of what that one sounds like. And to me, that is really, really good. And there are two more types of top of the hour. Now, you could have a music montage sort of top of the hour, where there are 3 or 4 pop tunes with a voiceover over the top. Or, even better, you could have one like this. I'm going to play it again.
Your mega hit station, Mega Radio UK. Your mega hit station, Mega Radio UK.
With a voiceover saying your mega hit station, or whatever your station slogan is, then singing coming in with the station name. So that are different types of top of the hour. And I've got more music now. This is the Boomtown Rats. I Don't Like Mondays.
Here's 30 minutes of mega hits on your mega hit station, Mega Radio UK.
I've been talking to you all night about top of the hours. Are you ready for this? I have promised I will play the top of the hours. And do you know what? I'm just about to deliver the goods. Now I'm going to play 2 versions because I think it's good to. Now, if you wanted me to, I could play 3, but it's up to you. Here is a really short version.
Mega Radio UK.
Wow, that was short. So, here is, hopefully, let's see if I can do this. Okay? No, we don't want that one, because I think I've just played that one. Here's another version. Let's have a look. Is it this one? Let's have a look.
Mega Radio UK.
And that is how that one works for a station ID. And think I can squeeze in one more.
Your mega hit station, Mega Radio UK.
It has been one brilliant show this evening. I've really enjoyed myself, and I hope you have too. And please do stay tuned to Mega Radio UK, because there's a lot more music still to come. In fact, what I'm going to do, just because I can, I'm going to play my favourite top of the hour just for you. So here we go. I will see you on the other side.
Mega Radio UK. Mega Radio UK.
Thank you very much for tuning in this evening. It's been absolutely fantastic talking to you about Top of the Hours and how they can be used on the air. It's been a great show. Well, I think it has anyway. I will see you next time. Bye for now.